Now on CoastTV News.
Parents worried.
We are really weighing our options and figuring out what is best for our child.
Parents unsettled as the Bryan Allen Stevenson school could close.
More snow and rain coming.
That is a concern.
People and providers getting ready.
Milton's quayside future at risk.
We just need a little bit more help from the community.
The 30-day push to buy the property.
This is CoastTV News at 6.
A parent speaking out about the Bryan Allen Stevenson School of Excellence. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. Our top story tonight is parents raising questions about the future of their children's education.
The Bryan Allen Stevenson School of Excellence is under review by the Delaware Department of Education. The state's committee recommends revoking the school's charter because of problems with finances, low enrollment, and staffing. CoastTV News' Brandon Ferguson is in our newsroom. Brandon, parents tell you they're overwhelmed.
Maddie, I spoke with multiple parents who say they're concerned about safety and if their child is learning enough at the school. This morning, I sat down with a mother of a middle schooler who feels the community is actively rooting for the Bryan Allen Stevenson School to fail. Stephanie Stott's son goes to the Bryan Allen Stevenson School of Excellence. Stott says schools in the area are overcrowded, so Base was a perfect choice at first.
The administrators would know him, that it would be this smaller atmosphere, and that was our expectation, and that really has been met. All of the things that have been happening, though, I mean, they're very concerning.
Stotts says her son has had a positive experience at the school, but is worried there is too much for them to fix with too little time.
At this really, really critical time, they are spending a huge amount of all their effort and time working on this review process rather than on building the school.
The state's Charter School Accountability Committee says the school had problems with accounting and teachers not doing trainings. We did not hear back from the school today, but earlier this week, the board put blame on past leadership who have since been fired.
Nobody knew what we would find in our new school last year. And while a lot of people had some expectations about it, they weren't necessarily met. But now we have a routine, we have a rhythm.
The state says enrollment must increase for the school to keep its charter. Committee members told the state they need families to confirm students' enrollment in writing. Stotts is on the fence.
But I still need to do what's best for my child. And so we are really weighing our options and figuring out what is best for our child.
A public hearing on the future of the school's charter is on March 9th. After that public hearing, the Delaware Department of Education will make a final decision on whether the Bryan Allen Stevenson School will keep their charter on March 19th. Back to you.
According to the Delaware Department of Education, the Bryan Allen Stevenson School of Excellence must show stronger support from families if it hopes to stay open. The Delaware Department of Education says written statements and enrollment commitments are needed to keep the school afloat, and that the school's low response rate to recent surveys, that falls short. The department also wants evidence that the past operational and financial issues have been resolved and that the broader community supports the school. If you packed away the shovels and salt after the last storm, you might want to get them back out. Shoppers returning to hardware stores as more snow is on the way to the coast. But this round, it's looking to be heavy and wet snow. So CoastTV spoke with power providers on the many dangers that can cause.
With the poles, the snow itself can weigh down the lines, the poles themselves. You know, if enough snow falls and if it's heavy enough, that itself can collapse the poles.
Irby says the Delaware Electric will provide updates on the cause of any mass power outages.
Let's go ahead and take a live look outside into Ocean City. A beautiful sunset there. Our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams joins us now with a look at our forecast.
Well, the elevated dew point temperature combined with the storm system that's moving in our direction is setting the stage for heavier kind of snow. We are under a winter storm watch for Sunday going into Monday. And we're expecting 3 to 6 inches of snow. And because we have all three models kind of crisscrossing each other, it makes it a little tough to call just cleanly, but we are expecting the snow nonetheless. We're looking at a longer shelf life. That's going to be a concern for us. And the timing of the rain changing to snow, that's changed. I want to show you the latest run here with one of our models. It's staying rain until we get to, let's say, 12:30. Well, initially, we thought it wouldn't change over until later in the evening, but now we're starting to see some early evidence that it may change over, and it will increase the time in which we will get the snow. And that's what I mean by a change in the shelf life of the system. But we are under an active winter storm watch at this present time from Sunday going into Monday.
This brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, how do you feel about getting more snow this winter?
Let's take a look at the updated results. 74% say they're over it, 10% say they're dreading it, 10% say excited, but 6% say they love it.
And Ken in Lewis voted over it and says, since there is nothing we can do about it, it is what it is. Live within just... What did you say? Sorry.
I think he means live with it, just try to be safe.
Live with it, just trying to be safe.
And you know, we all want to be safe.
Yeah,
and we appreciate your comments. Thank you, Ken. And if you haven't voted yet or commented, coasttv.com or the mobile app, and we'll show you updates tonight at 11.
The Supreme Court issued a major blow to President Donald Trump's tariffs today. The justices said that Trump violated federal law when he imposed sweeping tariffs across the globe by citing emergency economic authority. Chief Justice John Roberts wrote in the majority opinion that Trump needs authorization from Congress to exercise those tariffs. The justices agreed on the decision 6-3. In response, the president said he plans to impose a 10% global tariff, quote, over and above our normal tariffs already being charged, unquote.
Let's show you the Milton Theater's Quayside property. It's the grassy outdoor space near the river. In the summertime, it looks like this, drawing hundreds of people each week for outdoor music and various events. Coast TV News reporter Emma Aiken is live there in Milton. Emma, there's now a rush to save what the theater calls a vital community space.
Maddie, this land is the community hub that's hosted years of live music and other events here. The theater already leases this property, but now the owner is offering to sell this land to the theater for $150,000. That's a fraction of its market value, but the theater says they weren't expecting this sale to happen so soon, and now they have just 30 days, and they need the community's help to raise this money. Today, the Milton Theater's Quayside property looks like this. But on warmer days, it looks something like this. Now, the theater is being presented with what they call a once-in-a-generation opportunity to purchase the property for $150,000, a fraction of the land's $400,000 market value.
We hold shows there every Thursday from May to September, and those shows are free. So you can bring your Adirondack chair, you come in here, great local bands. Dogfish Head is a sponsor for us. We have a bar out there. It's just a great time to come and see live music, get to see your neighbors, have a drink.
Development Director J.C. Brittingham says the theater needs to raise this money in just 30 days.
Hopefully the community will rally behind us and people will open up their hearts and their wallets and be as generous as they possibly can. We just really want to keep this space for the community and for live music because it's just so important.
Beyondre Mapp likes the theater and hopes the community pulls through.
They should help because this is a nice spot. I mean, it's for kids to because I got little kids.
And Brittingham says owning the land will allow the theater to replace this temporary outdoor stage.
We want to make something a little bit more permanent so that we can have more opportunities for performances, bigger performances. We'll have, outdoor play classes for little kids where families can come and they can hang out in the grass. And
time is ticking as the future of Quayside now rests in the community's hands. The theater says they will be promoting this fundraising campaign during Do More 24. That's the first Friday in March, so proceeds from that will go directly to purchasing this land. Reporting live here in Milton tonight, Emma Aiken, Coast TV News.
Georgetown Council recently approved a request to rezone 2 lots off of East Market Street, changing those lots from highway commercial to urban residential. Now, the request is from Little Living. That's a nonprofit that wants to build 20 cottage-style homes right there. The organization says the homes will be long-term rentals from 1 to 3 bedrooms. Rent is expected to be between $950 to $1,200, and utilities, they're included.
They're going to be local people. They're going to be working at Purdue. These are people that have to drive 30 miles now to get to work or 40 miles now to get to work. If they don't have to drive that distance and they're paying less for their rent, that's more money that they can put into savings for their future.
Little Living hopes to have all approvals for the project in place by late April or May. New at 6, there's been a measles exposure at the Nemours Children's Hospital in Wilmington on February 18th. This is according to the Delaware Division of Public Health. The department says contact tracing is ongoing and people who were exposed, they will be notified. And we're just getting started this evening.
It's Henlopen Conference Championship time. We break down the girls' and boys' games.
We're under a winter storm watch. This could be how things start to shape up for Sunday evening.
But first, from local history to film, food, and fun, plenty to do this weekend on Delmarva. We have your cool things when we're back in just 60 seconds.
This is Coast TV News at 6.
Cabin fever this time of year is real, but luckily there's a lot happening this weekend along the coast.
Coast TV reporter Christina DiRoberta shows us all the cool things to do.
It's one of the last weekends of February, and there are 2 Black History Month events happening this weekend that you should know about. One, the Lewis African American Heritage Commission hosting This Used to Be My Playground. It's a chance to hear stories about the old Lewis community playground and what it meant to generations of local families. It's a free and meaningful way to spend your weekend. And also, the Rehoboth Beach Film Society is teaming up with the Southern Delaware Alliance for Racial Justice for the 7th annual Rehoboth Beach Black American Film Festival. It runs all weekend, featuring award-winning films and celebrating the work of Black artists in film. If you're itching for a vacation this year, you'll want to hit the Cheer Center from 10 to 2 on Saturday for the Cheer Travel Show. You can explore trips from travel agencies, cruise lines, and resorts all in one place, and admission is free. Sunday also has plenty going on. Thompson Island Brewing Company hosting its 4th annual Chili Cook-Off, where you can sample different chilies and vote for the best chili of the year. And if you need something to wash that chili down, Sunday is National Margarita Day. The Big Chill Surf Cantina is serving up $6 house margaritas all day long. For more details, visit our website, coasttv.com, and click on Cool Things to Do.
Coming up next, Paul Williams in the Coast TV First Alert Weather Center with your full forecast after this.
This winter has acted a lot like the boy who cried wolf, but this time the big bad might just show up, and I'll explain why. We're expecting 3 to 6 inches of snow across the Delmarva Peninsula, generally speaking, with some possible pockets where it could be a little more feisty. Winter storm watch kicks in Sunday night going into Monday morning. That includes the entire peninsula. In addition to that, we have a coastal flood watch of concern because of the abundance of moisture that we'll have in place. And if that's not enough to keep your docket full, we have a gale wind watch bracing for 35-mile-per-hour winds. So we have several levels of concern going into this weekend. Now, today we had our own fair share of rain, a ½ inch, for example, in Georgetown. Some other totals, nearly an inch in Lewis, close to 3/4 or more from Milford all the way up to Harbison and Rehoboth Beach, Slaughter Beach. And we had more than a ½ inch up to nearly 3/4, places like Prime Hook, Jones Crossroads, Indian River Inlet, as well as Ellendale. Now that was today. Tonight, we stay quiet, and this is the get ready part of the forecast. Tonight, we dropped to 41. Saturday, this is the day you plan on what you're going to do for Sunday. Saturday, we're cloudy, but not a problem. Saturday afternoon, we're warm to 53. Then here comes Sunday. First, our in-house models indicating rain in the morning time, and then here comes the snow a little bit earlier than initially thought by 3 o'clock on this particular model. Here's our situation. We have 3 models that are now squished together, okay? They were far apart at first. Now they've squished together. The GFS is the closest one. That's the worst case scenario. And the Euro is the best case scenario to avoid the worst of the rain. I'm going to show you the Euro possibilities. Up to maybe 1 to 2 inches of snow in one area, and then the rest of our viewing area, maybe 3 to a third. That's the Euro and the least intrusive one. But this is the one I think we're going to lean probably closer towards, because we're expecting, if we get this to change over by Sunday in the afternoon by lunchtime, that's going to change the shelf life of this. In other words, it's going to stay on the shelf a lot longer, give it a chance to dump more rain our way. Same holds true for us along the beaches. You see that 0 line right there, that transition in pink, and then it changes over to snow by 1 o'clock. And if it happens that early, then we're dealing with snow Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, Monday morning as well. So right now we're looking at conservative numbers between, let's say, 5 to 2 in some areas. And then in other areas, we're looking for maybe 4 to 6 and others up to 7. But if that timeline is earlier, then we'll have to adjust it. But right now, this is why we came up with 3 to 6, and we'll keep updating it throughout the night as well as Saturday as we go into the Sunday event. So that's why we have a red alert day, well, evening for sure, but now the afternoon for Sunday going into Monday morning.
You can catch the Olympics only here on Coast TV, and we are keeping track of the medals for you. Norway is still dominant with 37 overall, but the U.S. is in second with 28 medals. Italy in third.
And don't forget, the Winter Olympics run through the 22nd only here on Coast TV.
And for one more night, just one, guys, Jeopardy's on Fox 21 tonight at 7:30. Same show, same time, just a different channel.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Good evening, Delmarva. You made it to the end of the week, and there's plenty of exciting action in store for you this weekend. Here's a look at what's in store for you on Saturday. Starting with the boys and girls Henlopen Conference Championship basketball games. At 1 o'clock, the girls go first. Amalia Fruckman and the 17-2 Cape Henlopen Vikings take on Marche Brown and Early College High School at 1 o'clock. The Vikings are trying to recapture the Henlopen Conference title since they last won it back in 2023. On the boys' side, Dover takes on Seaford for the 3rd year in a row in the conference championship game. Dover's won all 3 of the last 3 matchups in this championship game and 4 of the last 5 Henlopen Conference championships. VE3 and company, though, they won't be going quietly as the Blue Jays look to cap off an impressive Henlopen Conference season with a bang. You can catch both games on DSN+. Then at 6 o'clock, the Blue Coats are back in action on DSN. Coming off a 127-120 win, the Blue Coats will look to make it 2 straight in the Chase Fieldhouse. Join Ian Nicholas and Tyler Aiken for live coverage. Hope you're excited for a busy weekend. That'll do it for sports. Have a great night.
Quick reminder, we have a winter storm watch in effect, watching for 3 to 6 inches of snow. Winter storm watch is in effect for Sunday night going to Monday. We have gale winds as well, and we're going to be concerned about that across the entire peninsula. We will keep you updated regardless. Our umbrella giveaway winner, Eva of Lewis, congratulations, courtesy of Paul Davis, property restoration experts. Keep up with your forecast, and we'll keep you updated on Weatherline, by the way, sponsored by the law offices of Brockstead, Mendalis, and Federico. Finally, here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. Saturday is your get ready day. Okay? Sunday afternoon, it hits.
Thank you, Paul, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
The NBC Nightly News is up next.
And we'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.